Well. Cowboy fans, we ought to be excited. There are some people who are upset because people are having discussions about whether George Pickens is better than CeeDee Lamb. I'm not upset because if we're having these discussions, that means we probably have two top three wide receivers, or at least two top 5 wide receivers. We have not been able to say that for years, and I'm ecstatic about it. But that's not the argument I'm making. I want you to see this right here.
Pocket, play fake left, perfect job. Blocking looks good. They ultimately get a little bit of pressure up the middle from Jalen Carter late on this play, okay? But Dak Prescott stays cool, calm, collected, and guess what? Tosses this thing up. Why? You have George Pickens, the new Dallas Cowboy wide receiver. Man, is he good at football, because these 50-50 balls, and quite frankly, because it's a 2v1, this should be more like a 33% ball, but no, because it's George Pickens, this is still a 70-30 ball in his favor. Moss's 2 DBs, not 1, 2 of them.
I'm making the argument that George Pickens right now is the best wide receiver in the league. Let's talk, Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. Welcome, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And if you like this video, don't forget at the end to please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video or go live. And if you haven't become a channel member subscriber yet, please do. We have a lot more things coming up this season. And if you see that HYPE button, that hype button, hit that too and push us out into the YouTube algorithm. Now let's talk facts. George Pickens. George Pickens may be the best wide receiver in the league right now. And I know. Jackson Smith. Let's look at the stats real quick. I know Jackson Smith is ranked number 1 right now. But George Pickens has to be the most exciting receiver, and I think he's the best receiver, especially when you look at their numbers. Jackson Smith has 13 more receptions than George Pickens. He has 15 more targets than George Pickens. So he's got 1,300 to 1,054. But when you think about the fact that George Pickens plays opposite of CeeDee Lamb and the way Dak Prescott spreads the ball around, man, George Pickens is doing damage. And I mean, he's doing absolute damage to teams. 8 touchdowns on the season. Man, I mean, this dude, George Pickens, has exceeded every last. I can't see how anybody thought that George Pickens, I knew he was going to be good. I didn't know he was going to be an alien. I didn't know he was going to be an alien. I mean, think about what Dak Prescott said about him in the interview, in his press conference last night. Check this out.
I mean, my expectations are limitless with that guy, and he'll tell you he's not from here. I'm sure you all read his article, right? The Players Tribune. He's not from here. He's not from this planet. And so I'm not going to put limitations on him. He went out there and does what he's done in games and when he's gotten that opportunity. And honestly, at practice at well, like, the guy loves the game. He stays focused. Just the communication, I know I've mentioned before to other guys in the huddle about staying focused, like just keep doing what you're doing. We lucked up into getting a guy like that, and we've got to make sure we can keep him here, and he's a hell of a player. He's turning into a leader, and he's special.
I'm sorry. We ought not be getting mad that we ought not be getting mad that people are wanting to have conversations like this. But guys, we just got to be real right now. George Pickens has been incredible. George Pickens has not only been incredible, he is incredible. Not only with what he's doing on the field. What really impresses me is what Dak Prescott said, he's becoming a leader. And listen to George Pickens. after the game. Guess who got player of the game?
When Marshawn passed away, it really brought everybody on the team closer to brotherhood. This is a game that we play all the time, and it's real life still happening. So that component, that aspect of life kind of sunk into the team.
Let's go.
Congratulations, George Pickens, LG player of the game. First of all, you guys are down 21-0 at halftime. Nothing seemed to be going right, offense or defensively. What was said to get you guys to come out here in the second half and perform the way you did?
Yeah, man, just preaching to the guys, execution. We kind of knew that one word right there can change a lot for us. We shot ourselves in the foot early, but as long as we was able to execute when it mattered the most, is when we, come through.
Yeah, and Dak obviously has so much, and we talked to him this week about his confidence in you, and I said, hey, if it's one-on-one situation, and you got George on one side, and you got CeeDee on the other, who are you throwing the ball to? He said, Tommy, depends what kind of route. And he said, if it's a slant, I'm throwing to GP, and that was the one that set up the game.
What's so incredible about saying this? When we were talking about George Pickens when he first came here, we said that he was a boundary receiver and that CeeDee Lamb was between the hash marks. He eats up the middle of the field, and George eats up the boundaries with the jump balls, the go routes. Well, something happened when CeeDee Lamb got hurt. They moved George Pickens into that particular position, and he had to run some of the same routes that CeeDee ran, and it just opened up his entire game. It gave him an entirely new skill, an entirely new tool set. And now we're watching him do it all. Ins, outs, comebacks, you name it. He's all over the field, slants. We're finally starting to see him do some of these jump balls, these 50-50 balls. Matty Dub called it a 70-30 ball. We got to see some of that finally. George Pickens is doing it all, man. He's doing it all. And it is a credit to him that he has evolved his game with the Cowboys to where now when Dak thinks about a slant route, he thinks George Pickens. Wow.
Game winner. Tell me about that play.
Like you said, we ran a little concept called slant, and we really didn't expect the coverage. They've been playing two all night, and they played man right there, and guy fell. I tried to get in the box and try to end the game, but shout out to Brandon Aubrey.
Yeah, leave it to Brandon Aubrey to do it. So just tell me, another great win for you guys. Where does this win put you guys and this team in the chase these last 2 months of the season? It's exactly where you want to be. Tell me about that.
It's literally like you said, it's exactly where we want to be. Probably me personally just tell the guys don't get too high, too low, just keep executing, because that's probably going to be the most thing, that brings us out of a lot of wins.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw after the Monday night game against the Raiders, the emotion in the locker room. Your first home game, being in front of the home crowd, honoring Marshawn Nealon, your teammate. How did those emotions affect today's game for you guys?
Really a lot. When Marshawn passed away, it really brought everybody on the team closer to brotherhood. This is a game that we play all the time, and it's real life still happening. So that component, that aspect of life kind of sunk into the team, and now, like I said, we've been executing on another level.
Yeah, sure is. Congratulations on the resilience you guys showed today. And you in particular, enjoy that trophy. We'll see you soon.
Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you.
Every game that I broadcast.
Yeah. George Pickens, he deserves it. He's been clutch. He's been incredible. And him and Dak Prescott, man, they have a great connection. They have a great connection. And I don't know why everybody's so worried about the Cowboys signing George Pickens. Jerry Jones is not letting George Pickens go. Jerry Jones loves offense. He is seeing the 92 Cowboys all over again. He's thinking Michael Irvin and Alvin Harper. Man, I'm telling you now, I'm not putting anybody over my man Michael Irvin. But I can tell you this. When I think about this combination of George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, whew, wow. This may very well be better than Irvin and Harper. It has the potential to be better than Alvin Harper and Irvin. These guys can do some great things together, similar to some of the great things that Irvin and Harper did together. Harper was incredible, but he never got as many yards as Michael Irvin got. And we're literally going to this year. I mean, and I know CeeDee Lamb got hurt, but I think even if he doesn't get hurt, I think we still see George Pickens probably have more touchdowns. And now he's going to have more yards and touchdowns. Unless something drastic happens, I'm not even going to say it. All I'm going to say is these two guys are incredible. And they have an opportunity to go down in history and be mentioned in the same conversation as Pearson and Hill, Irvin and Harper, and now it's Lamb and Pickens. Man, I'm excited. Man, y'all get out of y'all feelings. It is awesome to be able to have a conversation of who's best between CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. That means they're both great. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit that HYPE button. Until the next time, DC4L, God bless. Let's talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. Peace.